What's up, YouTube? Hey guys, how y'all doing today? I got a really important video to make today. Today, the title of this video is the effects after quitting my addictions. Effects after quitting my addictions on weed, alcohol, and pornography and the con site. So let's get to this video. So it's been 5 months now. I've been sober. It's been 5 months now, since February, March, April, May, June, July. This is June. It's been 5 months now. I've been sober, and no weed, no smoking, no addictions, and so far I have got tremendous benefits on my mind. I have got tremendous benefits on my physical health, and most importantly on my energy and my energy levels. To be honest with you guys, energy is key. Energy is like, life is all about energy. When I was in the world, when I was smoking weed, drinking, I didn't get no energy. I got no energy. I was always drained, and I had no motivations. I had no motivations in life. I was mostly drained all the time, and I was drained. But right now, I practice semen retention. Right now, I practice sobriety, being sober, abstaining from weed, abstaining from alcohol and any addictions. So I am sober, and right now it's a lifestyle. Right now it's a lifestyle for me, and my energy is always through the roof. And let me pinpoint something for you guys. When I was in the world, like before I started with semen retention, before I started being sober, like I used to be less masculine. Like I used to be a people pleaser and caring about what people think. Of course, you do have those thoughts, like, what is this person going to say about me? But at the end of the day, you're like, I'm good. Currently, like, I'm good, I'm great. But in the past, I'm trying to conform, trying to people please, trying to make myself be a certain type of way, or act a certain type of way that's going to make people happy, or a certain type of way that's going to make people, want to accept me, and not being who I really want to be. So recently, life is great, life is wonderful, and so what I'm trying to say is, in the past, if I'm like having a conversation with a guy, for example, having a conversation with a guy and he disrespects me, I'm like, I let it slide. I don't try to make a big deal out of it. I just let it slide, and once you let it slide, it happens again, and there's nothing you can do. You're just like, okay, I don't like that. And it happens again. Like, maybe my composure, my energy levels, and my eye contact wasn't on point. So it usually happens again, even if I'm like, yo, I don't like that. You get? But right now, I don't play. Right now, I don't joke. Like, you wouldn't accept any form of disrespect. if you begin similar intention, like, and you're sober, you have clarity, your mind is clear, you can think straight, you can think clearly, you can't you can't you can't accommodate any kind of disrespect in any form or any type of way. Like if a guy walks up to you and talks to you any type of way, you're gonna punch him in the face. Like you're gonna have that energy all over all your veins, and you're gonna have that energy all over your body and all over your blood boiling, and you can feel like I'm gonna do something to you. But I don't advise you to punch anyone on the face, or I don't advise you to hit anyone, because you can go to jail for that, and just talk things through. So if someone like lately, there's a guy who approached me, and I think he was kind of being a little bit, he was being kind of racist, and I pinpointed that to him. I told him, yo, I don't like what you're saying, and he told me to, okay, since you don't like what I'm saying, then get out of my front, like leave my face. He told me to get out of his face, and I just stood there. I was looking at him like, what do you mean? And he was like, then he was trying to look around, because the way he was looking at me, my body posture, how my eyes was, he knew if he tries to hit me, or if he tries to push me on the chest, or if he tries to escalate things, it's gonna be life and death. It's gonna be life and death, because someone's gonna die straight up. Like the way he was looking at me and how I was looking at him, I didn't want to fight, but it's nature. Like life is crazy. Like I don't pray to fight, but I try to compose myself. I try not to make any first move. I try not to hit anyone first. I try not to make the first move, I try not to make the first hit. I just try to compose myself, and let's talk things out man to man. Let's talk things out man to man. And if he's trying to be crazy and he try to hit me, I don't know what's gonna happen. But I just pray to God, hopefully no one dies. So I told him he was trying to escalate things, shouting, raising his voice, and bringing the attention of people. Like you could just walk by the side and walk to the left or walk to the right. Like there's a lot of space for you to walk. So he wanted me to walk away, and I stood there like, what are you gonna do? He was talking loud and trying to get people's attention, and I told him, I'm gonna knock you out. He said, you're gonna what? I said, I'm gonna knock you out. He said, you're gonna what? I said, I can knock you out. That's what I told him, I can knock you out. And he looked around and he said, did you hear what he said? He's threatening me. But I just looked, and so the guy came in and called me aside, and they called him aside, and that's it. That's what it ended. So even apart from that day, regularly, whenever I don't look for trouble. Like I'm always on my own chilling, and someone would like to come test your patience, or want to try to come test you. But I always make them doubt themselves, because maybe I got no beards. I just got a little bit of beards, but I'm built athletic. I have an athletic build. I'm like 6'3", 6'3" tall. So most of the time they're like, oh, I know I'm young, I'm 25, well my face looks younger, so most people might want to like try to test me, and I always come off, it's not like I come off aggressive, but I always come off masculine, depending on how you approach me. If you approach me respectfully, then I'm going to respond to you respectfully. But if you approach me in a certain type of way that's not respectful, or you don't respect my presence, or you don't respect my privacy, and you're just trying to ask me questions out of the blue without saying, grab my attention first, or talk to me respectfully, then I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to return the same energy straight up. And sometimes it catches people off guard. And sometimes people like, oh, okay. maybe I thought wrong about you. So I so I got my energy is to the roof. And whenever it comes to ladies, I get a lot of stares everywhere I go to. But my posture, how I walk composed, I walk like really masculine. I walk like the way I walk with confidence. I walk like I can achieve anything I put my mind to. And this is my world. I know what I'm doing, and I'm in the right position, I'm in the right place, and I create my own reality. That's how I walk. And I always grab attention all the places I walk into. And ladies, whenever I'm in a communication with a lady, I notice they are automatically submissive to me. When they are talking to me, at the first conversations, at first my eye contact, my body posture can tell them something about me, but they are going to try to test me a little bit by what comes out of my mouth or my words or how I express myself. And just a couple seconds into the conversation, then they realize, oh yeah, he's actually him. He is who he portrays himself to be. By my conversation and how I lead the conversation, and how I'm always in my own frame, and how I don't get affected by her words or try to mold myself in a way to please her, or try to mold myself or lie, or try to make myself put myself, or try to mold myself in a way that makes her feel good or make her feel better. I just be who I am, act who I am, and majority of the time is always positive. Majority of the time is always a positive interaction. Majority of the time is always a positive interaction I always get. Always, majority of the time. And when you're in this journey, you get to a position and you get to a stage whereby you be the one filtering who you want and who you like. And mind you, I'm not on semen retention for ladies. I'm not on semen retention for to gain anybody's attention. I'm on semen retention for God. I am on semen retention for having a more personal relationship with God, because God has certain principles and way of life He wants each and every one of us to live. And I always daily ask for forgiveness, repent daily, and I'm not perfect, but always striving to walk in Christ, striving to. I'm no longer lustful. I'm not lustful no more compared to how I was in the past. In the past, if you can tell me I can go 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months, without busting the nuts, without being lustful, being with a lady, or playing with myself, or like, it's crazy, it's impossible. But now I'm like, now it's a lifestyle. Now I'm no longer controlled by lust. I have control of my sexual desires. So weed, I don't have the urge to smoke weed no more. Weed, like, I'm naturally high off life, naturally feeling good all day, naturally put together all day, naturally shining all day, naturally energized and rich all day. I don't need no substance to make me feel happy. I'm always happy. always excited, and my dopamine level is balanced. I don't just maybe someone says something randomly and I laugh at it. Like I'm not impulsive. I don't have that impulsive behavior or impulsive feelings. Or before I can laugh, if I'm talking to someone has to say something funny, then I laugh at it, and we'll keep all the conversations. And yeah, like I get natural reward system. Like once I get paid, I get a certain feeling. Yeah, I don't I like I get to I'm happy naturally. I'm high off life naturally. I'm always in a good mood naturally. So if I'm getting any kind of plus from like a text message, a nice text message or a nice comment or any other thing is like a plus. It makes me feel happy more. Like it's something natural. I like it's my reward system, my dopamine system is balanced. I don't need no substance to make me feel good. I don't need to say, okay, let me go light up some weed. To be honest with you, I have peace of mind. I have never had this peace of mind when I was in the world, when I was clubbing, when I was fornicating, when I was smoking weed and drinking, addictions. I never had this peace of mind. And I thought I had it, even if it was temporary, you can't compare it. Like in the past, if I could think about the time maybe I was feeling a little bit down and I got some sativa or got some weed and got some drinks and hang out with my worldly friends and I'm getting drunk and having fun, then what we call fun, then at that point, that moment when I'm in that mood, in that vibe, compared to right now I'm making a video right now, compared to how I feel right now, compared to then, like how I feel right now, weed, no addiction can give you exactly this kind of peace of mind. Like I feel much better compared to then. Then when I was in that moment, in that vibe, when I was vibing that moment, smoking, drinking, having a couple rounds with my girl there and fornicating, and that vibe, that when I'm in that vibe, with that moment, compared to right now, this is my natural day, natural moment, making a video and just vibing. I feel much better right now, more at peace with myself right now compared to then, because right now I have a much more close relationship with God. I pray and I always take every thought captive, and I watch how I think, watch and filter my words, filter the music I listen to. I don't listen to no secular music. I don't listen to music that promotes guns, promotes any kind of evil things. I always listen to gospel music and podcasts, something that's going to help you grow, finance, podcast, something that's going to help you elevate and grow. And it always keeps me, and I always stay motivated, always. Like you can't beat this feeling. Like, and at the end of the day, like if something happened to me right now, I'm working, like who knows, life is unpredictable. Like you can just wake up one morning and dressing up and looking fresh and heading out, and as you're walking on your way and on the sidewalk or you're driving, just some guy is drunk and he smashes your car or smashes you at the curbside, and before the ambulance come, try to rush you to the hospital, and you're dead, and you find yourself in hell if you don't have no personal relationship with God, if you don't cultivate no personal relationship with God. Like to be able to hear from God, like able for God to direct your footstep, like it's one of the best feelings. I made a couple videos in the past when I fornicated, and the next day I fasted for 2 days straight, just a water fast, to the extent I was weak, and I prayed to God that I had to go eat. And then the second day, during the evening period, because I was angry at myself, I was led to run. It was like 5 months in, I had no sex, nothing, just 3 wet dreams. Satan has been attacking me. So, but Satan knew it's hard for me to open any door, and I just don't know what happened. Like, I just met this girl off the dating side, and we hung out. We went to her place, and it happened. Like, that's what I'm gonna advise you guys. Like, if you have a female friend and you are on semen retention and you are sober and you're trying to live for God, don't meet no girl inside of her house unless you have like an immense self-control, and I don't know how you are able to do that, but congratulations, and hopefully God can give me such self-control that when I'm with a lady indoors, like, things will get sexual, because at that moment in time she could feel my energy. She could feel like this guy is, she knows like there's something about this guy, and she's ready to do anything I tell her to do. Like, so life is spiritual and energy is everything. I would advise you all to be sober. I will advise you all to be sober. I will advise you all to be on semen retention. Semen retention, be sober, and yeah, and always seeking God daily. Always seeking God, always meditating on God's word, because this life we're living is temporary. I know there are some people that might live to 200 years, which is, I don't know if it's rare, or I don't know, let me say 300 years. There are some people that might reach up to 300 years old, but 300 years is still a short time, because you're surely going to get there. Like 100 years, 200 years, they're not going to live forever. Most people die in 90 years, 80 years. Like, once you die, once a man dies, straight to judgment. Like, it's either going to be heaven or hell. And only your personal relationship with Jesus can take you to heaven. And it's not like once saved, always saved. As long as I accept Jesus Christ today, then I can go back to my sin. As long as I have Jesus already, then I can go drinking, smoking. As long as I really accept Jesus. No. You have to follow the 10 commandments, no fornicating, no drinking, being sober. You have to read the Bible, and you have to change your lifestyle. Most people think going to heaven is so easy, and like going to hell is so easy. Like going to hell, like I'm sure if 100 people die today in the whole world, I'm sure there are thousands. Like, let me say 100 people die today. Let me say like five people out of 100 people, 5 people goes to heaven. Because look around the world, in the Western world, LGBTQ pushed everywhere. You know, a lot of things going on, like men wanting to be with men, women wanting to be with women. Like, how are we going to make babies? Like, you guys are trying to reduce the population of the earth. Like, if men are with men, women are with women, like, how are we going to make babies? Like, so heaven is real, hell is real. Most importantly, hell is real. So you have to cultivate a personal relationship with God. So once you don't know what happened, you don't know, most people can just get a heart attack or get into an accident. Nobody knows when they're going to die. And if you ask any person right now, if you die, some people say, if you die, I'm going to regenerate, I'm going to come back, I'm going to come into a different body. That's all lies, 100% lies. Once you die, and even Jesus in the Bible, he spoke more about hell. So you guys don't have to take life for a joke. And the devil is a trickster. He makes everyone feel like he doesn't exist. So the devil is a trickster, and you guys have to change and You guys have to change and, you know, live a righteous lifestyle. So that's it for this video. The reason why I'm making this video is to tell you guys about what happens when you quit weed, what happens when you quit smoking, what happens when you quit pornography. Like, you get naturally high off life and you feel natural. You don't get drawn into people's emotions or get drawn into people's into people pleasing. You act who you want, you be yourself, and you naturally be yourself, and it takes time. And whatever you guys are doing right now, whatever you guys are going through right now, fornicating, and the moment you guys stop it, that's when you guys are going to face some kind of spiritual warfare. Wet dreams, strongholds, sexual thoughts, and it's all those effects you guys are going to be having later on once you guys are living righteously. It's from your lifestyle, is what you're going to do today, how you're going to live your life today, how you're going to live your life tomorrow. Like, some people might be like, okay, next week, next month, I will live for God, and let me just keep having fun right now. All the fun you have had in your past, with the fun you're going to have in the future until you start living for God, it's like you're planting seeds, and as the seed is growing, and once you start living for God, then you start reaping. It doesn't go away automatically. You're going to start having some unwanted thoughts. Then you're going to start taking each thought captive, and you're going to start separating yourself from those thoughts and say, this is not my thought, this is a demonic thought. And as time goes on, changing the music you listen to make sure your mind is all pure, because once you have purified your body and staying holy by retaining your semen and keeping yourself celibate until you're married, or even if you're married, then you practice no fap and you live righteously, and changing the kind of music and movies you listen to, then it takes time until your mind get pure, renewed. You get renewed from inside out, from the inside of you to outside, and that's how it works. So that's it for the video. Like, I don't see the reason why people smoke weed. I don't see the reason why people drink. Like, whatever feeling you're trying to get, like, I naturally get it right now. I'm naturally high off life. I feel good. I'm enjoying it all the time, and I'm feeling blessed all the time. And I have that inner knowing that if anything happens to me right now, I know where I'm going to be. I'm not unsure if I'm going to hell or going to heaven. I know I am going to be in heaven because of my lifestyle and how I live my life and how I seek God daily and how I retain and how I'm being sober and how I'm always paying attention to my thoughts and what I feed myself daily. So your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and how you live your life is really important, because we are just passerby in this life. Like, we're just like a customer who goes to the market to buy certain things and is going back home. We can't stay here forever. So that's it for this video. Be sober, practice semen retention, and read the Bible, seek God daily through His Son Jesus Christ, the Lord, the Messiah of this whole world. Like, most people are living off this life autopilot. Like, they don't know the meaning of life. Like, you have to get to know Jesus. Life is deep. Like, you don't have to take life a joke. You have to be serious about this life you're living in. And I'm also grateful for this platform, because this platform is also like an anchor to always keep me on this path, like an anchor to always want me to keep seeking God. Because I can't come on here and talk, I'm doing this, I'm doing all that, and once I'm off the phone screen, I'm doing your totally different opposite. No, I don't want to be no hypocrite. I'm no hypocrite. So I have to live what I preach. I have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So that's it. So thank you for sticking around with me on this video, and hopefully whatever I said makes sense to you, and hopefully it plants seed inside of you, and hopefully germinate in the name of Jesus. And I wish you all peace and blessings, your endeavors and everything you guys doing. Thank you. Peace.